for their brother, in Counter-Strike, if you will. And that's probably what they'll do. Because as you said, they are a very strong side, especially on Mirage. So we'll see how they go.
So, ladies and gents, let's get ourselves ready for that second map coming up. We are into the pistol right now. CT side will be LDLC, the current leaders in this best of 3. Can you believe that? And Virtus.pro will be on the T side. So, what are we seeing so far that's kind of standing out to you? Any good plays? Any starts that are indicative?
Pretty basic,
or just standard?
Pretty standard, and it shows. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the map, and again, a great entry there. You see,
lovely.
First pistol round on Dust 2, they rushed. Now they're pretty much doing a default. They're taking it easy. Maybe now they're showing a bit more respect to their opponents and saying, all right, you mean business, so do we. We'll give you the respect you deserve, and maybe that'll work against them. Maybe that's not what they need to do. Only time will tell.
Well, first kill did come into the hands of LDLC. That Snacks does go down with a lovely little peek. Will Virtus.pro let that rest? I don't believe so, but Maniac stands right in their path. Good work there, takes down Taz. Good chunk of damage, and Kelly will look to follow up. And that man with that gun is a bit of a terror. And no, don't do it against me. Don't you dare, Kelly. As Viali will finally get the kill. But right now, LDLC are at the helm, and they will get the first round.
Was that Maniac up there? Getting that intro, I think it might have been whoever it was up there on pad. Great work. He put one down to pretty much a one shot. He took another one out, and again, Virtus.pro did the right thing. They even though they were man down, they isolated a zone, so those numbers don't count for anything. But great work like that. He slowed him down. He gets a kill. He puts one to low HP, and again, they take out that pistol. And that's exactly what LDLC needed.
This is impressive stuff. I worry for Virtus.pro, a team that can depend on confidence. Once that does get removed, you see errors occur. You see flaws start to build up, and already...
I know that's an eco, but that's such a great entry frag. That really is. He had a scout. I think he had a scout. Yes, Asha was looking to make something happen out of nothing, if you will, and just Kelly shutting him down. Almost getting to his mind now. Letting him know, look, you got the guns, mate, but I got one too. Don't you worry about that.
Certainly. Yeah, it might be starting to work its way into the Virtus.pro camp, but still such a good team, so able to do this. But I think it was actually Lurpus who pointed out on Twitter, they're a team that does occasionally start slumping. They do sometimes fall a little victim to these kind of comeback kids who can turn it around on a dime. But let's see right now how this one goes down. Good start towards the A setup. Smokes come down, jungle's going to be covered, CT's going to be covered. Uzi waiting with Kelly there. And you can see just a little bit of a tap fire coming through, trying to connect on anything possible, but Virtus.pro are in on the site. And look at that complete control. Just zoning them out, and here comes Snacks.
That's a great frag there from Snacks.
Brilliantly done. Aggression
and the bomb
in
down.
Point. Bomb planted, as you mentioned. That's going to work wonders, surely, for Virtus.pro now.
Absolutely. This is the position they needed to be in.
Well, let's see if Apex can turn it around. It's still a very costly round, regardless for LDLC.
Viali doing a good job there.
Yeah, Viali does have himself the M4, and he's got a shot, but not enough to finish it off, as LDLC will claim a second round, defuse the bomb, and maintain 3 players alive. And it was dangerous, though.
Considering they were a man down early in the round, they got the bomb down, and they took off 2 guns off the opponent. So that's great work there from Virtus.pro. They'll be feeling good about that one. I'm sure LDLC won't be as happy, though. The round is what matters, and look, we'll see how they go. This is looking like a full eco from Virtus.pro.
Well, you've got, I guess, the smokes taking into account the CZs. It probably wasn't even the cheapest of ecos we've ever seen. But getting that bomb down, certainly going to help out. And at the moment, a couple of flashes, 2 smokes. We might see the same thing again. Not too sure if they fancy that, but let's see what they go for. Neo, yeah, it does look as though he's at least going to be doing the jungle smoke, coming out. And I wonder if we're going to see the same coming across towards the CT and see that push in happening again. Certainly did well for them before. Are they toying with this? Because now Uzi's in position. This could be actually quite painful again, but I love the execution from Virtus.pro. They are getting a foot in the door, but they're just not, sadly, getting the kills to boot, as the guns obviously have such an advantage in this situation. It is a clean slate for LDLC. 3-0. Virtus.pro definitely trying now and trying to get that bomb down, trying to do any damage possible.
That's what Virtus.pro were after. They're trying to get that bomb down, and look, well done from LDLC. It's those little battles that matter. They didn't let them. That's one objective they didn't allow. So they'll be feeling good about that. So, look, first gun round of the game, of the map. So you see already, just on the ecos, Virtus.pro is such, smokes, like, as if it's a gun round, as if, we want to win this round. We're not giving up.
So let's see what they have this time through. Last time this happened, it didn't go so well for Pasha. Maybe Neo will do a little better. Nice smoke comes in through the window. Allows a little bit more room to breathe for Virtus.pro if they do fancy starting to work their way through mid, but Happy looking like he wants to get aggressive. Snacks might find a counter as Neo starts edging forward. Smoke still in the way. Molly pushing him back, and it's just giving Virtus.pro slowly but surely more and more room to breathe and build up to this push. Neo, look at this positioning, fantastic.
That Molotov has allowed him in there, so that's great work from Virtus.pro.
Can they make anything of it, though? Kelly has already found Taz. That's not what they wanted. It looked like they're starting to execute towards this A-bomb site. We've got Bialy going more the standard route. He's been found by Happy, but Neo in that brilliant position did catch Kelly, but it's going to be Pasha to find Happy, and now we're going to be left in a 3v2. But so much presence from the CTs towards A is going to make that hard to crack, and now just Neo alive. 1v3. So looks like the first gun round is going LDLC's way, but let's wait and see what he has here. Bomb. Oh, that is a dire place to be. Having to push towards 32 seconds. Neo knows the clock is running against him, and Maniac will deal with it. But once again, the execution seems on point there for Virtus.pro to an extent, and then what went wrong?
They walked up a ramp, and there's 3 LDLC players waiting for you. There's not much you can do about that. Their execution is good. It's almost as if LDLC are well prepared. They know how good these guys are. They almost know what to expect. So they're ready. Exactly. And that's what's hard about being, you know, the favourite team, if you will. The player, you know, the eyes are on you. You know, they're the ones to watch out for. Exactly. And LDLC doing a great job. They kept composed, and Neo doing a good job to get into a great position and got a frag from there. But Kelly gets that early entry, which puts him again in the driving seat.
And I'll ask you the question, as we are on a little bit of an eco here, but the danger is still present. We can jump back from that if the case may be. But you know, Virtus.pro, when they make these pushes, when they make these plays, it is quite apparent. It's not subtle. The smokes are there, the flashes follow.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a point where they might fake it out? Is that going to be a case, or is it just going to be a clean push again and again?
Well, they seem yet to do it. And funnily enough, that gun round, I'm not sure that last round if they did throw any smokes, but even if they did, they were up in their face. They were there at A ramp. They were waiting for him to come around that corner, as if to say, look, throw your smokes. They're behind us now, and now we're in your face. Come at us, mate.
Well.
But you know, but again on the ecos, they just wanted to get the bomb down. Virtus.pro just wanted to get the bomb down.
Okay, so 6th round coming up, 5 rounds in a row for Virtus. So actually, I'm so used to saying it, 5 rounds in a row for LDLC. It's rising.
That one hurts. Pasha won't be happy about that one.
Did he miss the shot?
He missed the shot. That would hurt.
So the thing is, as you said, a confidence-based player, everyone knows this with Virtus.pro, but when you start not landing these shots, when you start getting out of the game, it's even harder to get over it. It's just so
important against a team that seems so well refined. I mean, LDLC are...
And look at Apex. Is this confidence once again kicking in for LDLC here?
This is forcing him into a zone. This is exactly what they want to be doing. He's in a fantastic position here to capitalise, and we'll see what he can do.
Well, Pasha still looking to maybe make up for that little bit of a missed opportunity earlier on. Apex now given the keys to look a little further, not quite too much. And as much as he's not seeing much, it's eliminating places the Virtus.pro are not. So they're kind of working out, hence the molly coming in. Obviously the push starting to build, the smokes are coming into effect. LDLC know what's happened. We've seen this push before several times, but this time Virtus.pro do have the guns. Can they now hold on? No, so far is the answer. Good work from Bialy opening up there. An entry fragger certainly at the forefront of Virtus.pro, but right now 3v4, bomb not yet to go down, but the smoke has just dissipated. Maniac waiting it out. Pasha though looking for a way in, and he's found it. Apex goes down, not expecting that slow play from Pasha, holding back a little, but only getting one from it. 3v2, bomb now down. Look at this position. Maniac has got himself right next to him. I don't know if they're fully aware of this, but they certainly will be after that flash. And there we go, Snacks does find him now. Happy 1v3 after plant. This looks like the first round Virtus.pro will be picking up. Execution has been on point, however, outside of that, it was a little bit of a struggle, but finally Virtus.pro get that well-needed round on the board. But that looked like a struggle rather than that clean, smooth execution we're used to.
Really, you think from the position that Apex was over there in the mid, you'd think LDLC would have capitalised, you know, harder, if you will. But again, it's so tough when, you know, the entries are made. I mean, they made their entry, the revenge was there, but immediately that guy was taken out.
Let's be serious here. Bialy is one of the best players at doing this. It's not something that he's unaccustomed to. He is one of the big opening killers in this, and he has had a fantastic tournament to this date.
Better than me?
I didn't say that. The stats might have done, but I didn't. Anyway, in this one, we are seeing a little bit of a split from Virtus.pro, not committing fully anywhere yet, still early in the game. Maybe expecting this play to come out. Apex did go Walker out before. Snacks, maybe aware. Let's find out. Here we go, 1v1 will break out. Apex actually picks it up. And that is a big impact surely onto this round.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's what they want. It's what they look for almost. Just to get them out of their comfort zone, just to not let them execute the way they want to.
So even just one player with one smoke now missing, it's going to have to be covered somehow. Small chink in the armor may be formed, but let's find out what the 4 remaining players from Virtus.pro can do. It looks like we're seeing what we've become a little accustomed to now in the last couple of rounds. The smokes, the flashes, the nades are being wound up, put down, and A is going to be the side that will be receiving it. Uzi this time maybe a little more aware, flashes out early.
You see here, Virtus.pro's experience, they're faking this out very well, and it's these kills that make the difference.
And right now, one of them only went to LDLC. Really in that exchange, leaving it a 3v3 overall, but look how low Apex is. Maniac not sitting great either. They're dedicated to the side, but Uzi's still doing work, and the fake, the bomb is at B. Maniac expected it somehow. He knew this was going down, but Pasha slaps him back, and now 2v2. Bomb down by B. Apex not missing a beat. He's gonna be straight over there, but the HP pool with LDLC is weak.
Yep.
It's lacking. The T side looking strong.
It's great work there for Pasha. That's a big frag, and then a second.
Brilliant work from the man. Right on your screens, Passion out. Locking this out. Neo will just secure. And it's not pretty, it's not beautiful from Virtus.pro, but it's starting to work.
Yeah, and that's all they need. That's all they need. I'm sure Pasha doing a great job, again, as he did in the first game. He's brought it onto the second. The round before that they won, he got a big frag there in the mid-con there. He opened up the round for his teammates over in A. And that frag on Maniac that he just got in that bomb site B is what makes the difference, because Maniac was in a solid position, and I'm sure he'll be disappointed with himself. He was ready to take both of them down. Pasha says, no, thank you, not today.
And this is what I wanted to see a little of here. Apex getting aggressive again. He does make it count, finds one. Nice little follow-up of damage, but didn't get the kill. So Bialy and Taz come out on top. Virtus.pro get the advantage, but still, the HP drastically low with them. They're still around mid. One nade could destroy 50% of what's left alive for Virtus.pro here, but regardless of that, 1 minute and 16 here. A lot of damage done, but not much ground gained really from it.
No. I know 2 players are down for the counter-terrorists here, but I'm sure they're feeling pretty good. They know that's a good frag there from Happy, taking out Pasha. That's their main fragger, if you will, they have been so far this game and one earlier. So, but you see again, they're not letting the numbers, count for them. They're sticking together. They're isolating zones. They're trying to get them into, 3v1s or 3v2s, if you will.
Let's see.
Tough task here for the terrorists.
Oh, especially considering Bialy and Taz are so low. 10 HP each. And Snacks still sitting pretty. Kelly, though, getting a little restless. That's protesting the patience here, and that nade could have been a disaster. Doesn't quite connect, and Kelly playing it smart, playing it cautious, waiting this out. He could be the one to stop this. Snacks seems aware, but the frag will come in for Virtus.pro. Snacks claims it, leaving it a 2v2, and it's left to the 2 who are down so low early on. Bialy and Taz, bomb yet to be planted. 15 seconds left. A wild spray down comes out from Maniac, not going to work. And now Bialy and Taz still looking to do this. Bomb finally goes down. Happy finds one. Oh, but the nade to the feet. Taz keeps hold of it, and on such minimal HP.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for LDC. They'll be very disappointed with that one. I think it has to be said that it was that first frag that, like I said, they isolated the zone. They went in there. That first trade went to Virtus.pro, and that's what got them that round ultimately. They had 2 players on 10 HP. They stayed back. They let their full HP player go in there, take on a trade, hopefully, hope for the best, and he got the frag, followed through with the round.
All right, so 5-3 is the scoreline. If you're just tuning in here in the second map, first was claimed by LDLC to some surprise, let's say. LDLC still a very dangerous side. Virtus.pro bringing out the A game now, starting to build up, starting to have that little bit of momentum that's very hard to stop, and see if they can convert this cleanly. I can imagine they could do with a nice clean round in this. They've had to fight hard for absolutely everything at the moment, and Kelly just gets absolutely taken out. Obviously a nice little wallbang spot coming through there for Pasha, takes him down, and at the moment LDLC struggling to find a bit of a way through, but look at that stack. Does Virtus.pro go in front? Surely not. Surely they're just going to go for the nice clean A play. I think they're realizing it's like, the doormat is out and they've left the door open. Let's have a little wander in and get the bomb down. But this is a risk you take, I assume, when you stack outside like this. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, of course, you got to take the chance. You got to pick a side. Use those pistols, use those crossfires, and hope they come at you. And look, a great kill again from Pasha. I know, again, it's just an eco though, but it just opens up the round. Look, I've taken one out. Let's group up. Let's stick together. Let's take these sides. Have my back. I've got yours. That's a great frag then from Uzi. And Virtus.pro still in the driver's seat for this round. Obviously, though, LDLC probably just want to take some guns off him. Just whatever you want to get in their heads. Don't let them get too confident.
That's a brilliant way to do it.
Great job.
Uzi that finds one. Apex getting Pasha low. LDLC are keeping this one a little close. The bomb, however, is ticking a little too fast. But as you say, get in their heads, get their momentum building, get those guns away from them. Well, Uzi and Maniac both escape with the AK intact.
That's big plays. And those last 2 kills coming from Virtus.pro, that hurts LDLC. That's not what they wanted. If they could have got those kills and got it out, that's the mind games. These are the little things that make the difference in the long haul. Virtus.pro, though, class is permanent. And you know, oh, they were 5-0 down. They've brought it back to 5-4. They're showing why they're such a threat. They're showing why they're favourites. And great work here from both sides. Again, Virtus.pro just a little bit classier.
Let's find out if they can keep making it stick, because Pasha is looking to cause an upset. He does get the first tags up the second. The aggression from LDLC being met by Virtus.pro with the early play towards A, but I can imagine this might be reset, or Virtus.pro continuing. It looks like they were trying to continue off the back of that, but Apex found Neo. Bialy gets one back right on the bomb site, leaving it down to a 3v3. Smokes still in place. Everything is there for possibly what's about to happen. Bialy considering the options. And I think he's going to stick this one through. There we go. Bomb is down. Time limit now to the CTs to make the play back in, but they do find Bialy on the cross away from the site. But there's still Pasha, the man with the AWP, the man who's been dragging Virtus.pro through this game. And Taz tucked in on site. Can he do anything? Maniac pushes in. Taz gets one. Kelly does reply, and now Pasha 1v2. Bomb is ticking, but Happy finds him, gets the AWP. Defuse do they have a def kit? There we go. I was about to get a little nervous then. Switching it up, but the defuse will come in. Yep. Nothing too dangerous.
That's good work there. From again, LDLC, even the rounds they've lost, they've done very well. They're coming in, they're sticking to the game plan, just as they did on Dust 2. They know what they're up against. They're trying to disrupt the play of Virtus.pro, if you will. Force them into something they don't want to do, or not as comfortable as they do.
So, talk to me about what's an acceptable scoreline to you? If you're LDLC, you're facing Virtus.pro on a map like this for them, where would you feel okay with? Where's your cutoff point?
I think for a map like this, it's tough to say. Look, I really wouldn't want to give up another round. Considering they won that pistol, you wouldn't want to give up another round, especially not against Virtus.pro. Not as CT. Not as CT on Mirage.
This could be interesting. Deep smokes coming through. Taz being a little bit nervous towards this, maybe rightly so, but there we go. Bialy will take down Uzi. Apex tucked in, does get one, goes for the second, gets the second. Big play from Apex, switches up to the pistol. Don't tell me he can do it. No, gets denied in the end by Neo, and now 2v2 situation. LDLC are keeping this close. As you said, there's no clean, easy rounds here. No. Even the ones Virtus.pro win.
Yep.
Same thing we said for LDLC.
Very hard for Virtus.pro here, LDLC, and that's what they need to be doing. They need to be getting into their heads here.
Well, there we go. That's one way to do it, literally.
Patience. Very well done here. Now Neo forced in a 1v2 with the bomb down though.
Tough situation. Bomb not planted is right on the site, and they surely knew that Taz was running that. So they're going to play it calm, play it cool and collected. Neo does make the cross. 38 seconds. Happy and Maniac against him. And then 4. We're going to wait for him to rotate off the side. Oh, not sure if that's what he wanted there, but he does go for the peek. He spots out one, not going to get it. Happy keeps it close and gets another round on the board.
Yeah, LDLC happy about that one, obviously. Look, LDLC, they seem a bit better. I mean, I don't know. I versed these guys over in Poland.
Yep.
We did pretty well considering that. I mean, I'm pretty happy with our performance considering, because look, they're showing up Virtus.pro. I know Virtus.pro got 4 rounds in a row, and I know they brought it back to 14-11
yes.
first map, but LDLC, they just seem ready. They just seem on board. They've done their homework. They're playing well, one another. You know, they're getting the entries. They're cross-firing well. They're forcing Virtus.pro to do what they don't want to do, pretty much.
It's impressive considering Virtus.pro are such a similar style as well. Exactly, they are Virtus.pro. They're there for a reason, and the aggression, the confidence is with LDLC. For now, things can still change. I'm just here on the CT side, but Kelly will open up on towards Snacks, and this mixed bag buy not looking too great now. The Galil and the P250 in the hands of Neo. Happy waiting for these flashes to come through to go for the peak. And the first one land, and naturally he's pretty flashed up. Bialy will be able to take him down, but avenged immediately by Apex. So 4v3 advantage.
In a good position here, Virtus.pro. But that's a good frag again from Apex. Such a solid player.
Now, I'm not sure if he knew the bomb was down straight away, but played so well there. And now Taz left in a near an impossible situation for most players, but Kelly shuts him out. And another round on the board. And as you were saying, brilliant position. It could have been a good play for Virtus.pro then. They weren't in a bad spot.
Yeah, but it's those little 1v1s that make the difference. He was in the position to win the round for Virtus.pro there, but he got taken out there by Apex. And Apex, such a solid play. We saw he actually top fragged that first game. We'll give it a lot of credit to Kelly, but Apex, he just makes these little kills once every now and then that just means the round. He won't frag, and if he doesn't frag, the team won't win. It seems like that kind of player. Such a solid player to have.
Certainly loving it right now, Kelly.
Great shot.
Nice little opener there. Pasha goes down, and you got to say, if there's anyone you want to take down with the AWP to get a little bit of a confidence point across, it's going to be Pasha.
Yeah.
The more on tilt he goes, if that can even happen, the better it feels for LDLC. And at the moment, bit of an eco round coming in for Virtus.pro. Nothing too dangerous just yet, and the bomb has been caught a glimpse of by Happy, so I'm sure the LDLC side should be able to play to this one. A little bit low there, but Snacks did find Kelly, so got to be a little careful. Those CZs, we know they can do damage. You don't want to take it too lightly. Snacks gets himself the AWP. If he gets away with this, that's not too bad, I guess, but
great round so far. They've taken an AWP off LDLC, and that's what they want when on eco.
Really impressive, and I think he knows that one.
Yeah.
Backing out a little bit, getting maybe to a comfort zone, watching the push around the back. As Bialy left a bit of a free agent. Let's see if he can get himself a gun. 40 seconds to do so. Maybe waiting for a player to get a little bit lacking that discipline, go for the peak.
Yep.
And might be able to find one, to be fair. The LDLC are starting to roam. They're starting to think, we might want to get that AWP away from Snacks. That might go into the hands of Pasha and might start to hurt. But still, 20 seconds. Snacks in a good position here. Not far away from the action, and they're playing out smart, Virtus.pro.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
LDLC, patient. Do what they need to do.
I get a little nervous when people start jumping this.
That's a great frag from Snacks.
Yeah, it certainly is. Snacks
not enough time, though. The timer will go.
Oh,
these are great
word.
frags. LDLC won't be happy about that one.
Giving up 2 players then, pretty much.
Yep.
Oh, no! Maniac!
Almost
just
takes out
denied.
the last as well. That's good work there.
Definitely was.
Look, it's good work. You saw early in that round, Kelly getting that first frag on Pasha, as you said. He got that frag and he ran. He was gone. He's like, look, we know they're on pistol, but let them do what they want. Well, they're showing respect, and that's what they should be doing. They're playing composed. They're not getting hungry. They're trying to not make mistakes. Just great work from Virtus.pro to get him that AWP, to put him in that position to almost, get the bomb down, if you will.
You can never underestimate Virtus.pro. Let's be completely honest. Regardless of the scoreline right now, they're the team that can turn it on a dime. You just need that one player to maybe step up. The little bit of issues with cohesion, whatever's going wrong, it could be smoothed out in a moment's notice. But for now, LDLC are still in the lead, 9-4. But let's say that way, Kelly does not get the opener maybe he wanted there. We are seeing Snacks still with the CZ, everyone else getting the AKs, getting the M4s, looking okay in this one. 1 minute left. Virtus.pro working their way through the map. They've got a good bit of control so far. Pasha locking off the little connector right there. They're going to hit though. 2 players still on B for LDLC. No one rotating, no one getting caught off guard just yet. And I think they know they're kind of being pressured through mid towards B. Virtus.pro are building up.
Now you can see what they're doing here. They're getting to good positions and they're waiting. They're waiting for their opportunity. They're waiting for LDLC to perhaps just step out of line.
Testing that patience.
Exactly.
Not a bad plan.
LDLC showing great patience, not giving anything.
Oh, this is a beautiful trap laying in wait. Smoke will go down. Buys a little more time, and actually Kelly will drop down, and here comes the execution from Virtus.pro. Going to make a bit of a mad dash towards B, and it's not gone too badly at all. Neo and Taz find the kills they needed, and now it's retake time, if not challenge for LDLC, but bomb is down and ticking. Time limit now against them. And Taz, Snacks, and Pasha in their way. Happy goes for the peak. It's Apex to be claimed first, and a well-needed round if it's going to be picked up here for Virtus.pro. Happy weighing up the options. Ollie's buying time. Every second that goes past, it's frustrating for this man, and they just got bulldozed out of this side, but he might be able to get a good couple on the way through. No, doesn't catch a glimpse, sadly. He's going to back away and maybe find another angle. Oh, they're missing each other by centimeters here, ladies and gents, but...
You can see what happened there. I think it was Kelly over in the bomb site B. He a split second too late. If he was there just a touch earlier, he would have had a look on short there when they're coming into B, which perhaps could have got him an entry and then led to 2 and or 3, but unfortunately got caught off guard. Almost didn't expect him to be there and misses his shot, and again, Virtus.pro capitalised on that mistake.
Yep, 9-5. Last round of the first half. how are the scorelines looking? Is this a good performance by one team or something that's a fairly standardized sort of scoreline we're seeing between CT and T?
For me, from my experiences, definitely. This is about right for us. This is a CT side of that. This is, you know, Virtus.pro won't be, you know, too distraught by this.
They might be soon if this pays off, but Bialy says no. Does take down Apex, but a one-for-one exchange. Information gathered, not sure if it was worth it, but let's find out where Virtus.pro may take this. A lot of time on the board, and Virtus.pro once again doing that complete control through mid. I love this play from this all-encompassing towards this. Kelly might find a little bit of an issue very, very soon. Virtus.pro continue that slow push, and they really are just testing the metal here of LDLC.
Yeah, absolutely. Look.
Don't tell me he's caught a glimpse, and this is the problem. If LDLC get too confident, get that a little bit too arrogant with the peaks, it could be caught out. But right now, Happy has a chance, has an opportunity, doesn't land the shot. My God, he leaves Stacks on 8 HP, but Kelly did find
full advantage of that great position he was in. Got the frag that he needed.
And let's see if Virtus.pro go where LDLC seem to be expecting them to appear. Asher trying to right off the corners, find out where these guys are. Taz found Kelly, so 3v3, but
a big frag.
Normally I doubt this on this sort of HP pool, but then again we saw Taz, and I think it was Neo before on 10 HP if I'm not mistaken.
Both.
So I'm finding it hard to doubt them, but I think in the moment we're going to find out if they can find that final push. Will it be 10-5? Let's find out. Taz and Pasha.
They need to be quick.
Yeah, 9 seconds left. They know it. It's going to be an all-in. Maniac waits in such a beautiful position, just holding passively. Pasha, he's getting the bomb down, but there we go.
He had no choice.
Kill
he
will
had
come in.
to. Absolutely great work there. And as I said earlier, 5 rounds was the rounds that they, you know, didn't want to concede more, if you will. And look, again, it just seems like the same as Dust 2. I know it's a CT-sided map.
Yes.
But LDLC are looking really good. They're looking really confident. They're playing well.
Yeah, and I think that's such an important factor here. As you said, it's map by map. It doesn't necessarily transfer so easily. Obviously, the confidence will be there, the feeling that, okay, this is good, we got room to breathe. We can go to a third map if necessary. For the guys on your screen right now, LDLC, it's in place, but they're playing so well. They're playing nicely.
Yeah.
Virtus.pro are being challenged. They've not had a smooth road because, let's be honest here, this is a strong map for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, absolutely.
From start to finish.
No, absolutely. This game is far from over. I mean, it's still anyone's game. It'd be great to see how Virtus.pro, I mean, looking at their faces, they don't seem too happy with themselves, and I don't think they should be, although I'm sure they know deep down, they know they can bring this one back. But I mean, look, these are the little things. This is it. You know, it's just a shoulder rub. It's just a shoulder rub, but they're feeling good. Look at that, smiles all around.
That's what they want to see. It's a stark contrast, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and that's just because of, you know, who Virtus.pro are and who these guys are versing, and they know that. They are, like I said, they are the underdogs. They have the tougher task ahead of them. But look, again, Virtus.pro, far from over.
See, and the thing is, you look at it in the perspective of underdog to reigning champion, all the pressure is on Virtus.pro to perform. LDLC coming in and picking up a map surprised so many. So they're on this high note, they're feeling good, they're feeling fine at the moment. They can go to the third map if needed. Whereas Virtus.pro, it's all on them. And they're a team that do take this emotionally and personally. They're not the guys that just kind of throw it in the background. They're not the clinical kind of teams. You've heard Taz before. I don't need to tell you guys at home the varying interviews, especially from G3, Gfinity not too long ago. The man who thought they were down and out by the group stages, but then turned it around coming into the next tournament. They're a team that needs that emotion. They need that passion. And well, we'll find out if they can find it in the next half. Obviously, a lot on the line here. And at the end of the day, it's just terrifying to think that Virtus.pro might not be joining us any further.
Terrifying for some, joyful for the others. Look,
it's a good point.
Tough to say. This pistol round is so important. So important.
There's going to be a pressure moment. It's going to be now. Virtus.pro need this one. LDLC, they'd love it. But right now, 10-5 in favor to the T-side, newly appointed T-side LDLC. Against Virtus.pro on the CT side with only 5 rounds to their name. As you said, this pistol would work wonders. And look what's happening on the CT side. They are focusing a little more towards one side than the other. Pasha dancing with Maniac. Let's see if LDLC can claim this. You've got to be thinking the nerves might be with Virtus.pro now. Every single peak they make might contain, you know, the yes or the no to which way this round goes, but
they need this round. Virtus.pro need this round as LDLC execute.
They're just pushing through. they just bulldozed. They literally did a Virtus.pro to Virtus.pro.
Look, they're going to kiss.
Taz is right in front of you, buddy. Apex finally goes down, but Uzi replies, and LDLC, they're not stopping. Bialy and Snacks, the last two standing. Snacks is, though, on the right side. Here. Good spot, nade comes through, smoke goes out, gets found, Happy claims him. And Bialy 1v4. LDLC, I'm going to ask you to break this down for me any second once this round is done and dusted, because we're just going to watch Bialy fall as LDLC claim the first round in the second half.
Like you said, they did pretty much what Virtus.pro did in that first pistol round. That was their momentum. They actually took it to them. You know, they went early, they went straight into their faces. You know, at one point, two of them were hugging at one point. That's how much in each other's faces they were.
Unbelievable confidence, sheer just brutality. There's no messing around here. Absolutely. They want to put Virtus.pro out of their misery, and that is the perfect way to begin this one. But there's still danger ahead.
Absolutely. LDLC right now will probably take this easy. They've got the pistol round that they needed, and again, it's Pasha with that.
Got to be careful.
It's just such a big thing now. I mean, I'm from Australia. This is still pretty new to us. These are these little meta games that we take back with us, and look, with in the hands of Pasha, it's a legitimate strat.
It certainly is, and you can never underestimate this. As you mentioned, the scout, 1, 2, the CZs.
Great
and this positioning, Pasha finds Maniac. My God, that is a good bit of revenge there from what happened on Dust 2. Gets the tag, as you mentioned. Not going to get much more, surely. Surely not. Pasha finds a second, tags up the third. Oh, my word. This is unbelievable.
Juggernaut.
Unbelievable. 3v2. Kelly low. Happy still sitting pretty. Goes in for the challenge. Pasha still fights, but Happy claims now 2v2. Bomb yet to go down. Can they pressure? Can they find that little weak spot in LDLC's armor here? Bialy tries to claim it, but Happy stops, and now all on Taz. 1v1, he needs this, he wants this. And now Happy wants to stop him. 36 seconds, bomb not in the T-Side's hands. Taz knows that. Surely spotted out, goes for the peak, but Happy gets it.
Fantastic performance here from Happy. I mean, so unlucky Virtus.pro there. Pasha again with an unbelievable jumping headshot with the scout. I mean, look, he did what he had to do. I mean, I don't know how many more players he had after that, but again, Happy he's had a great game this one. Happy, he's stepped it up. He's like the Apex. He's getting those few rounds.
21-8.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Well done, Happy, mate. And happy he should be, I'm sure.
How can you even deal with these guys right now? Pasha is fighting with everything he has. Two players tagged up there, Uzi and Kelly. Doesn't equate to anything right now because no one else is there. No one's backing this up. They're not being able to lock these guys down. And this is going to be 13-5. Now, if Virtus turn this around, it'll be the best comeback I've seen in a long, long time. But right now, LDLC have that high point. They're on that ledge. And let's put yourself in Virtus.pro's shoes right here. You've got 5 rounds to your name.
Far from over.
Are you really still round by round?
Round by round, exactly. And they know this. They know it's not over. And then, look, it can't be over. They can't have that mentality. And if they do, well, then, yeah, it is over. But I'm sure they don't feel that way. You know, they lost that pistol. Again, that's such a big round for Team LDLC. And they needed it. They got it. And, look, it's all on Virtus.pro now. We'll see how they, take these gun rounds.
Does pick up the Pasha's choice of weapon, but that scoreline is looking more and more disastrous. And at the start of this game, if you said to me Virtus.pro would not be going beyond this point, I don't know what I'd say to you, but you can see it there. They've called a little bit of a timeout. I think they want to talk things through, and I don't blame them. They have the option there, and it's time to discuss. It's time to mull over what is happening. Where are the issues? How can they fix it? And I want to ask you the question as a player yourself, and I've always liked the differences in mentalities between players and teams. When you're up against a team that's clearly winning, and adaptation is always a big point of things, how much do you adapt? How much are you willing to change? Because obviously you have your set plan, you have your the way you play. How much can you change that while still keeping the upper hand? Is there a right amount?
Look, that's the beautiful thing about Virtus.pro. They've got so much depth in their gameplay, in their squad. They can adapt. Yeah. They just seem to be, and that's probably why they've taken this time, and they just seem to be unable to. There's almost a mental block. And that's only a credit to LDLC. Yeah. Virtus.pro aren't necessarily doing anything wrong as opposed to...
LDLC doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, it'd be interesting to see what they're saying. You can see the emotion in their faces. They don't want to lose this, obviously. And look, in contrast, LDLC, they're feeling good, they're feeling confident, so they should. And listen, this is a big play from Virtus.pro, taking this time out, because, look, this is just as important as that pistol round. If LDLC can win this gun round, they've virtually, I feel, taken it out. However, I still think Virtus.pro
they're such a dangerous
should win this. I don't know why. I don't know how.
But you can't doubt these guys. Even at a scoreline like this, it's so hard to suddenly think that actually Virtus.pro might not make it further than right now. But Neo there, Taz, everyone on your screens, Pasha, right up close and personal. But it will be Taz, the one taking the reins within Virtus.pro, leading now as the captain, as the guy in the game to call out where they're going. It's down to him to get his boys back in this one. A passionate player, and he needs everyone around him to find that form. And let's see if they can do it. Your thoughts towards this? Are you still sticking with Virtus.pro here?
Look, from the beginning, I said LDLC. Let's get that clear.
All right, okay.
Look, LDLC right now, they just seem to have done their homework better.
Yeah.
They just seem better prepared. It showed in Dust 2. It's showing so far in Mirage. Oh. And look, Virtus.pro, the favourites, they've got a tough task ahead of them. Though I'm sure...
if anyone
it's
can.
Not over yet. Anyone can, exactly. And they can. And LDLC are well aware of it. And LDLC know that. So that's what's going to make it even harder for Virtus.pro. They're not going to make those mistakes. And you could see it in those gun rounds. They weren't making the mistakes. They weren't letting Virtus.pro make those frags that they needed. LDLC looking absolutely fantastic so far against the champions.
13-5, we are back underway here. Round 19 coming up. Currently LDLC firmly leading this one, but Virtus.pro took the time. They wanted to make the differences, but it looks like LDLC want to prove a point here. They look like they want to kind of smash this into pieces straight away. And well, Bialy already says no. Apex is found. Bialy gets a second. He's a man that you want on form. He's consistently played well when Virtus.pro picked up his titles and put themselves towards the later stages of tournaments, towards the semis or the grand final itself. So right now, 5v3, 2 big openers for Bialy.
Yeah, well done there. That's exactly probably what they talked about. That's exactly what they needed. 2 headshots as well. Quick and smart.
Impact done. Let's see if they can find the end of this though, because look at Kelly, he's going hunting, he's going to search around. Kelly! That is not how you get yourself to this one. Pasha gets gifted the kill on a plate, says thank you very much. Taz will find Maniac and now just happy left alive. I love the idea, but I'm sorry, Happy, I don't think it's going to be here. Virtus.pro seem to have got themselves a little bit of a better place. They worked it out. Whatever happened in that chat, Bialy came out and got 2 kills back to back.
Yeah, look, even though considering that, I mean, Kelly was in a fantastic spot. He was in the middle of 2 of them, not looking at him. Had he have looked, you know, we didn't know what could have happened. So he will be quite disappointed with that effort, though. Look, that means he's just feeling the pressure. I'm sure LDLC are. That's not what they want to be doing. They don't want to be making little mistakes like not checking your corners, not checking, you know, your flanks and things like that.
Can't get complacent, can you now?
Absolutely not.
13-6, Virtus.pro finally building a big round for them. They needed that in every shape of what it could mean. And now we are going to be seeing the T-side looking like they're going to go for a bit of an aggressive start here. Just on the eco, CZ's in play. Taz will enjoy a double, get to the triple, and may even look for more. There's the 4th. Taz making it look easy, buddy. There's now 1v3. I was about to doubt
Apex says
this.
No.
But yeah, Apex, let's never consider this man to be incapable. There we go, Neo will watch it across in a nice, smart way, and they get the round. Once again, it's not flashy, it's not beautiful, but it's getting Virtus.pro on the scoreboard.
Exactly what they wanted. 2 rounds in a row. They lost the pistol, they've regrouped, they did that, they took the time out that they needed. They took out that first gun round, they've forced them onto an eco, and they've got the second now. It's all on LDLC here. They're feeling it. I mean, this is why Virtus.pro, this is why it's their favourite map. This is why this game wasn't over, even at 13-5 up. It'd just be interesting to see how LDLC react.
And I quite like the way LDLC just constantly try and be aggressive almost. They were just looking for it, looking to maybe instantly crush that bit of work that was put in by Virtus.pro in that little timeout.
Yep.
But at the moment, they're slowing down.
Technically is the right decision, I feel.
It is. I tend to agree, but it just didn't go their way. And clearly you guys at home are wanting Virtus.pro to turn this round. They're on the right track for now, but things swap and change so fast here. 1 minute and 10. LDLC slowing things down. More cautious play, clearly realizing that the game is not over. There is still a threat here around every corner, but at the moment, Bialy waiting this out. This could be rather beautiful. Not going to be the case. Apex somehow gets him first. I don't know how this man is consistently doing this.
I don't know how I shot him in the face there either, because I'm pretty sure he could only see his feet.
He made it happen. Doesn't matter. Apex, he can do the job. And now Virtus.pro forced to make these choices. And look at it. Literal rotation. Absolutely perfect.
Fantastic
clockwise.
play strategically here from LDLC. Forced. I mean, look at that. There's 3 over at bomb site B. They've made him feel that's where they're going. And now Taz here, he has to be able to pull up something big here.
You wanted a player in this spot. Would you pick Taz? Not sure, but you're going to find out right now. Double for Taz. Halts them in their tracks and gives a chance for the rest of Virtus.pro to make that rotate to get to the A site. Snax gets there first, finds Apex. Now Happy and Maniac in a little bit of trouble, but look at this play from Maniac. I don't want to give too much away. I'm not sure how much they can hear on that stage, so I'm going to keep myself a little quiet right now. But at the moment, bomb is ticking away. Virtus.pro with 3 men standing. Finally, Pasha will find him.
Yeah, and all
and
credit
there
to
we
Taz.
go.
Great work there from Taz. He had to perform. He was there by himself. He was isolated. Takes down 2. You know, that's exactly what they needed from him, and that's a big round. I mean, really, that should have gone to LDLC, and just those 2 frags.
The rotate, everything was looking like it was theirs.
But again, LDLC did what they need to do. They're making the right decisions, and so long as they keep this up, you know, Virtus.pro still a big task ahead of them.
It's not going to be a short road. It's certainly going to be a bit of a long path for the Virtus.pro boys to walk down. But Taz, once he gets these kills coming in, you know, people question performances of captains consistently throughout CS, and if he's doing the work while doing all the hard work is
Apex again.
But Apex is opening up. It's like, who gets the first, Apex, or is it going to be Bialy? Yep. But then again, we saw Taz locking down 2 on the push. So every single player, it seems, being able to step up here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, that's a big frag for LDLC. This is how they started the last round, but they ended up losing that one. We'll see if they can capitalize better. And again, Pasha there in a great position.
Can't underestimate that man, Bialy.
Taking out Apex.
Finds 1. Bialy is low though. And that nade will connect. Pasha did reply, and this looks like it's going much better for Virtus.pro. Clean, back-to-back kills. And Maniac, I don't think he can do much here, surely not. Bomb is surrounded by Virtus.pro members. He's looking for a way in. And that might be just it. This might be what the doctor ordered, and he does take down 1. Not sure if he's going to expect the second so quickly, but he certainly knows where he is now. Flash comes out. Oh, the tag, but not the frag. Neo will lock down, and Virtus.pro are building. We said there's a chance, a small chance, that they could do it. And at the moment, they're on the right place.
Absolutely. Look, LDLC again. They made the right. They did the right thing. They made the right decision. They got that entry frag that they were after, but Virtus.pro is so strong. I mean, they couldn't capitalize again on that man advantage. And look, what the LDLC were doing is correct. It's what they need to be doing. It's just a matter of capitalizing on that situation they put themselves into.
At the moment, CZ's back in place for LDLC. Young team like this, in a way, might start feeling the nerves, but maybe not. Uzi did find Pasha, so if you wanted to start, that's certainly going to be given to you. So right now, Virtus.pro looking to lock it down, make sure they minimize any threat that comes through. Just thinking back to the execution that Virtus.pro pulled out on this T-side when they were looking towards this site, it was pretty damn phenomenal, and wondering if LDLC would consider something like that. Only really Apex with the smoke, so it's going to be a bit of a all-in if they do go for this. And ready and waiting, there will be 1 man. It will be Bialy at the forefront, warming himself up pretty damn well so far. Smoke will come in, adjust the sights towards Palace, and here we go. Maniac makes away. Not a great deal connecting for Bialy. He does eventually pick up Maniac. Taz chimes in for 1, and there we go. Threat contained until now. Apex and Kelly not done just yet, but they're so low, they're so weak. But can they do anything? Can they get a gun? Can they get that bomb down? 34 seconds. Kelly with a lot of questions now. Looking for the answer. And there we go. Snax locks it down, gets another one on the board. And it's just that slow building pressure. That's what these guys can do. And surely LDLC are going, what the hell just happened? Where did these rounds suddenly come from? How can they find their footing back into this?
Look, it hurts for LDLC because these rounds are close. I mean, even that was an eco, and they did a very good job.
Yep.
And in the earlier gun rounds, like when it's so close and when it's continuously close and you just can't seem to win when you should, or could have, you don't take those opportunities, it hurts. It builds up. And LDLC just don't need to not let it get to their Pasha. Again, in a great aggressive position, taking out Happy.
Yeah, and LDLC starting to look a little different in play, a little bit more cautious, a little bit more secondary. But let's see what they can do. Right now, they're building. And that's certainly a great brick.
Again, Apex just headshotting for fun.
This guy has been an absolute monster throughout this.
Absolutely.
They don't find a way back into this. It's such a shame. He's had a phenomenal map. At the moment, Virtus.pro adjusting, finding their footing. So the execution may start to begin. As you said, this is a CT-sided map, it's your opinion. And stats generally do support that, but we are seeing LDLC still keep themselves a little close here, but Taz finds Kelly, finds out where the push is beginning. Uzi did get Taz a little earlier back and forth, but right now, Neo is under severe pressure. Apex got caught, and now it's Maniac in a 1v2. Pushes in, he gets one. 1v1 now, Maniac up against Pasha. 28 seconds, bomb now in hand. Pasha does have the AWP, he's got the CZ. Smoke goes in. Not gonna plant it, he's trying to call Pasha's bluff here, let's see. He doesn't know where he is, that's the thing, but he's found him! And Maniac pulls it out there. Finally breaking the building trend from Virtus.pro.
Well, and this round actually, Virtus.pro were unlucky not to win because I think it was Neo there in next to the van in bomb site B. Did such a great job, got a couple of frags, stayed alive for so long just to displace, just to disrupt LDLC, and ultimately turned into a 1v2, and that's what it is. It's those special moments. It's needed.
And I'm terrified right now for Virtus.pro. I can't help but say it. 14-10. That scoreline starts looking worrying at that point. 2 rounds, and LDLC.
Worrying it is, Lauren. But listen.
Surely Virtus.pro know the mentality in this, though.
Of course, look, I think they're on a 4-spy here right now. This is such a big round. This hurts. I'm sure they're feeling the pressure right now. If LDLC can keep their calm, keep doing what they're doing, because it has been working. These rounds that they're losing, they're still very close rounds, and I'm sure they're well aware of that.
Smokes, nades, put down by LDLC. 1 minute and 10 seconds. And Apex starting to look towards to be working through, but Pasha's there. Pasha holds down one, gets not the second, actually. Neo found Maniac, but Neo on the bomb site being the pivoting turret and held back LDLC.
They were on a
and gave him a little room to breathe.
They
needed that. Pressure moments, and Neo certainly handling that pressure with the AWP play. Surprising really to see him running with that, but
not necessarily. And you see, that's such a big round. It's amazing because now LDLC are on the eco. Now they've got no money. Now they're struggling. Now this should be a 14-12. Now all of a sudden, it's almost as if, look, we'll take 5, we'll give you 1. And if it goes at that rate, look, Virtus.pro are going to take over. Oh, Kelly with
glass
the
cannon.
See, one of them had, I think, 6K. He's given him the AWP. He's saying, look, you know what, go for it. See what you can do. And this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to have one guy, a couple of guys hang around him and see what he can force, just like Pasha with the scout.
The glass cannon in play. No armor, no nothing. Just the AWP. This could open things up. Let's find out. Let's wait and see. Because Pasha is keeping his eyes on it, as is Neo, but cautious play from Kelly. Doesn't want to overstep the mark. As you said, round here. You don't want to give this man too much room to breathe. We know he can do big things when he's under pressure. Uzi warming up a little, needs to be a little cautious, but 52 seconds left. LDLC slowly edging, and here we go. Neo does finally hear that AWP rattle off a shot, backing away. We saw the damage he could cause just from seeing it on this side as Pasha does find Maniac. Pasha now surrounded by LDLC. Apex does claim him. Now 4v4, M4 in play now. It's getting more and more dangerous, kill by kill that LDLC claim, and now they have changed their sights, they've adjusted accordingly, and Taz will be the one to be on the receiving end. He's going to get the first. Uzi is down. Dangerous play from the left side, but Taz and Bialy dealing with the threat, and oh, Kelly still stays alive, but Snacks gets the final one. And even on just an eco with an AWP, it's still so dangerous here.
Absolutely, such an important 2 down there from Taz from that position in between those boxes there towards A. Well, look, just it has to be said, well done. 252,000 viewers. Keep up the work, guys. Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
It's beautiful.
It's in your face. This is what we want to see. Team LDLC taking it to Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro taking it on the chin and bringing it back.
14-12, Virtus.pro. Scoreline looking a little better. But LDLC up with guns this time. We saw the damage caused with just a couple of CZs and the AWP. This time, a little bit more firepower, a little bit more bite to their bark.
As good as Virtus.pro are doing, they're still feeling the pressure. LDLC are still, should be anyway, feeling a bit better about themselves.
Ooh, but Neo does great work taking down Kelly. Immediately replied by Apex towards Bialy. Neo didn't quite spot that one out, sadly. And we'll be seeing it leaving in a 4v4.
What hurts for LDLC there is they were in, those frags were in different positions, so
it doesn't really complement each other in a way.
So the CT sides are still in favour here as Maniac takes the site. And
caution. He knows where Neo is, and well, Neo will go down. Almost the follow-up for Maniac there. Uzi does claim it towards Snacks, and now Taz and Pasha.
Great work from Maniac.
Incredible pressure situation. 15 rounds would be on the board if they pick this up. Pasha flashes in, finds Apex, 2v2. Bomb is ticking, happy on the side with Uzi. Couple more seconds. Taz starting to edge in. Pasha looking for the angle. He's been spotted, he's been found. Uzi claims it. Now Taz in a 1v2. Happy on the left, Uzi on the right, and they claim it. They are almost...
What a round.
Almost there.
What a round. They're
almost
so close.
there.
So close yet so far. I'm telling you now, Virtus.pro did not write them out yet. Great work there from Maniac getting that entry and almost taking out that second guy. But again, great revenge work over in that bomb site, isolating those players and capitalising.
15-12. Money situation for Virtus.pro here.
They're again on a force buy. They were on a force buy 2-3 rounds ago, I think it was, and they took out that round. Look.
Match point. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. LDLC on the verge of something that no one really thought was that possible. We had a couple of doubts, maybe, that Virtus.pro wouldn't pick this up. There's seconds of it.
Again, mine was just hope. Unreal. I didn't believe it. It was just hope.
Well, let's see how this goes.
An absolute
Apex.
monster this game. I can't believe it. He's headshot every single thing he's seen, especially early in the round. And that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. That's the difference. And that's what LDLC needed.
They're so close to this full execution on towards A. Only Taz in their way right now. Pasha fighting with Happy in mid, but Apex found Taz. A is open and ready for taking Apex again. 3 rounds. Oh my God. Neo now, the last man standing, 1v4. Virtus.pro might be done here. He has nothing but a pistol.
Congratulations. Take a bow.
What a player. What a player. What a team. And what a phenomenal display from LDLC. Virtus.pro just couldn't do it, and LDLC closed it out.
Congratulations, well done LDLC. Well done, Apex. As fitting as it was, that jumping USB headshot it was for Kelly, I think it was. Apex with a 4 down. Absolute monster this game. Well done.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Look how much it means to these boys. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. They just fought their absolute hearts out for that one.
Well done, LDLC.
Unbelievable. So well played. So well played. You know what, guys?
To say.
A moment like this is near on unbelievable.
No,
I think
this is, as an underdog myself, this is what I want to see, and that's the beauty of this game. It is possible.
Let's remind ourselves exactly how this happened, because a lot of us at home watching in this audience may not believe what we've just witnessed. But let's get that video rolling to remind you what we've just seen.
I can't believe what I'm going to see right here.
Oh,
wow.
Kelly!
Get out of here.
Can you believe it? To secure the final kill in that round.
Oh, no.
All right, well, there you have it. That was the clincher on the first map. And second map, you know,